Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. To kick off 2025, we are decluttering all of my makeup today. I still have a lot of makeup that I just stopped using in the past year. We're gonna declutter together. This is how much makeup I have currently, and I only use like maybe a third of the products that are here. I'm gonna go through everything section by section. I'm gonna show you foundations, powders, lip glosses, eye products, everything. So while I introduce all the products, I'm gonna give you my experience with them, why I liked it, why I didn't like it. I think some of them I'm gonna have to throw away because they're just way past expiration. If this is your first time tuning into one of my actual videos, then welcome. Talk about all things beauty, makeup. I do tutorials, I do talk through videos like this. I also share vlogs on here, like lifestyle advice. With that being said, I am going to post a lot more on here. I want everyone to feel comfortable and feel like themselves to ask all the questions and to give all the advice. And if you can't tell already, this is gonna be a very long video, so grab your favorite drink, put on some cozy music, get into a cozy position, because we're about to go through all my makeup, you guys. Let's get started. We're gonna start off with foundations. So the first one is gonna be Makeup by Mario, the Surreal Skin Foundation. I remember when this came out, I was very intrigued. I think Makeup by Mario was first starting to get like a lot of traction, and this foundation was the first thing that I was actually interested in. So I got this. This color is in 15N. I don't remember them having like a shade range. I don't remember. I should look online. Okay, this is the shade range, which of course I always wish that there was more shades in the medium to darker shade ranges. I do remember it was a little difficult to find my shade because a lot of the shades for me are like really orange, but they did have a neutral shade for me, and this is actually my winter shade, I believe. I liked everything about it except the finish. I mean, the finish wasn't bad. Right now, the style for my foundation is very dewy. I just feel like this could have been a little better for me and my skin type. And I know a lot of people had issues with this really highlighting their texture. So I did find that it did highlight my texture a little bit more than other foundations would. But overall, I did like this foundation. Was it an everyday foundation for me? No, it wasn't. But I just wish it worked for my skin type a little bit better. So for that reason, I think I'm gonna actually dump this one. I think it's also like really past its expiration date. Yeah, 12 months. I definitely got this a year ago. More foundations. This time it's going to be the Makeup Forever HD Skin Foundation. I love this foundation, okay? My foundation when I was just starting into makeup, 2016, 2017, this was the foundation everybody was using. We love the full glam, full coverage foundation. I actually use this foundation for my wedding makeup as well. I'm actually not giving these away, and I'm not going to dump them. I'm actually gonna take these and put these into my professional kit. The finish is just not for me anymore. Dry skin really just ruins every matte foundation for me now because it just clings on to my dry spots. Overall, I love this foundation. It's always a 10 out of 10 for me. Photographs well, looks so good in pictures. Great for people who have oily skin. Foundation number 3. Actually, this one is a skin tint. This one's the Positive Light Tint Moisturizer. This one has SPF 20 sunscreen from Rare Beauty. I'm not a skin tint type of girl, so this is why I'm actually going to be dumping it. It's also expired. I got this a very long time ago. I don't know why it's still here. I got it when it first came out. It has to be like 3 years ago. I actually really enjoyed this tinted moisturizer for something really light for some coverage. It's a shade, 2 shades probably lighter than me. I like using something that's a little bit more medium to full coverage. I like the finish though. The finish is really nice, and I really appreciated having the SPF in here, and I really like the packaging. I think the packaging, you see it has like this little dent here. Very accessible, easy to handle, easy to open. The texture of this is really nice. Just very lightweight. Feels like a cream almost. It's just like, if you see how light that shade is? My God, why did I even buy this? So if you're into skin tints, I definitely recommend this one, but I think my skin tint era is done. We're gonna move on to concealers. I'm only going to actually fling one concealer. It is the One Size Butter Silk Concealer. So you can see a fair amount of product is still in here. I got the wrong shade. I wanted it to be a highlighter color, so I wanted it to be a lighter shade, but this is way too light. But one thing I love about this concealer, look how full coverage that is. It is so full coverage. This reminds me of the Tarte Shape Tape. When it comes to the formula, it's not a very hydrating formula. It does crease and crack underneath my eyes personally, so that's why I'm tossing this one. I'm 100% willing to give this another try though and try another shade. I am a sucker for full coverage foundations like this because I really love a smooth, bright under eye, but I'm gonna toss this one for now. So to bronzers / contours, I am gonna now toss my very icky. This is the Cheeks Out Bronzer by Fenty Beauty. You could see This is not like mold or anything, I promise you. This is just black eyeshadow that somehow got in here. It's just all over now. It's a very messy, but at least I hit pan on this. I really liked it. Honestly, nothing bad to say about this bronzer. It was the perfect color for me. This is 05 Teddy. I just want to switch up my like cream bronzer game. Like I want to do like maybe a stick next. I will be throwing this one out, but I don't have anything bad to say about this product. It was really, really good to me. My tried and true that is also, what is going on with my contour and bronzer powders? Is the One Size Contour Trio. I'm actually gonna throw this away because I want to buy a new one. You don't need any other contour powder in your life, like truly. It's a trio, so you're getting 3 powders in one. It lasts you forever. It is so pigmented. I'm gonna show you. I'm not gonna do any cuts, so I'm gonna go like this. Just tap the brush a bit, and look at this. I am always shocked when I use this because it's so pigmented. Just went back in for a little bit more. Look at this. 10 out of 10 recommend this. This is such a great product. When One Size first came out, it was quickly one of my favorite brands. That setting spray is now the setting spray. I can't even remember what the go-to setting spray was before this came out. Another product that I am absolutely in love with, but it is time to toss because I have had this for way too long, is the Lift Tinted Hue Stick. This one's in Grounded. I love about this is you could use it on the lips, cheek, and eyes. I love a multi-stick product. I love easy makeup. I love makeup that is pigmented. I love this as a contour shade and a brown lip liner. So yes, I'm throwing this out because it's expired. I'm absolutely gonna buy other colors. I think they have a berry tone. I also believe they have like a color correcting shade that might work for me. If you're a beginner in makeup and you just want something that's a little bit easier to use, this is the product for you. Or like this is a really good gift as well. Go to a color corrector. One that I am actually going to toss is my Fenty Beauty color corrector. This one is in Pumpkin. This is one of their matchsticks. Look how much product I have left. I have not gravitated towards this because I believe this is not my color correcting shade. I just feel like this is a little too deep for my skin tone, and I've gotten better with like color theory and kind of the colors that work for my skin. Now I'm using a color corrector that's lighter than this. It has more of like a salmon peachy tint to it. I've been using it more as a blush actually, so I will no longer keep you hostage here. It'll make somebody else very happy. Next, let's get into the blushes, and it pains me to really just leave any blush behind really. NYX Sweet Cheeks, these were my favorite. They are so affordable. Look at this color. So pretty. It just kind of like, it was like a nice little mauvey berry tone. It's a nice color, but I also have other blushes that are this color. I like the formula of my other blushes a little bit better than this. I think that I've moved on to like better blush formulas that work for me now. Next is this Moira Cosmetics palette. This is a blush duo that I picked up at a beauty store called Sunflower Beauty, and this color is an absolute like nothing. Is like a yellow. I'm not sure what the purpose of this color was. I'm gonna swatch this for you guys just so you can see. It doesn't even show up on me really. The reason why I got this though is because I really loved this color. Because look how pretty. I'm gonna apply it on my cheeks. I'll show you guys just like how, ooh, just look how pretty and bright. This doesn't really make sense combined though. Like I don't know what people are using this for. I love this blush, but I have a lot of blushes that look and feel like this, especially a powder blush. Yes, I bought a bigger blush not too long ago. This one is in 4s. You can see that I have a blush pretty similar to this. I just don't kind of grab this anymore. So I'm just gonna give this one away. Actually, I'm not dumping it. Only a great blush. It was very inexpensive. I think I paid like less than $5 for this. Lastly, but certainly not least, we have the LYS. This is the higher standard satin matte cream blush. This color is in its Inspire. I'm surprised I didn't hit pan on this. I'm gonna swatch this one for you guys. So pretty, wow. I really like the packaging of this too. I like that it's a triangle. It's a little different, easier to hold in my opinion. This was a great blush, 10 out of 10. Again, I think I have a lot of blushes this color. I think I'm going to give this one away as well. I like the finish on this blush a lot. It says satin matte, and I feel like that's very true to what it really does turn out on your skin. Maybe you could see here, it does look matte, but that finish is not fully matte. Look how it can just blend out. into a very soft finish. Love. I think I'm gonna buy another one. I want like a really corally shade. I think really what it comes down to is like, I'm kind of tired of like pink blushes, which I know that's like, you know, that is the main blush shade, but I want more like reds, more oranges, more purple. And then lastly, in the face section, we have highlighters. This one is a little bit easier for me to throw away. I just had this for a while. This is Wet n Wild. This is the Mega Glow makeup stick. Very pretty, very inexpensive. If you want some glow, this is it. Look at this. You guys know I like a stick. I'm giving these away because like I don't really use highlighter like that, which is like on me. I want to use highlighters again. I think I want more of like a goldy, like bronzy shade. Something with a different undertone to it. Last but not least, this is the saddest day, guys. Cue funeral music. This is the Artist Couture Diamond Glow Powder. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, this was it. This was it for us. These were blinding. Look. And when did I get this, you ask? About 10, 15 years ago. I haven't used this in a really long time. Let's just use it now because this is the last time I'm gonna use it. But I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. If not for the expiration date and just like how just bad it is in general that I still have this, I would 100% keep this. I just know that it's time to go. In the past, I was just too weak to let this go. I fear if I try it, I don't wanna lose it. But we must do what we have to do. She was good to me. I just don't think I need her anymore. Okay, we're now moving on to eyes. We are gonna talk about everything. Eyeshadow palettes, liners. This is gonna be a lot. The first thing that I'm actually gonna throw away is my eyeshadow primer by Urban Decay. I actually really love this eyeshadow primer. I've used it for a long time, but that's also why I'm getting rid of it. So I have really oily eyelids. I don't always prime them. That's kind of the one step that I always forget. I think I just prefer my concealer now a little bit more. I like to pack on concealer, trying to clean up the lid area and then set it with some powder. I still love this eyeshadow primer. I just don't think I want to spend the money on one anymore. It's been this and my MAC Cosmetics paint pots. Do you guys remember that? Yeah, the paint pots are really like heavy duty and very good. It's basically like a concealer in a jar, except it's a little bit heavier. Let's go into mascaras really quickly. I'm actually going to give these away. So this is the Heroin Make Long Up Mascara, the super waterproof version. Now, when they say super waterproof, girl, these will not, it will not budge. Rain, swimming, water park, and it does really lift your lashes. My only qualm with this though, it is one of the messiest mascaras to put on. The formula is like water thin, like it's not thick. I tried it so many different ways and I have still managed to get it all over my lids up here. I'm talking up here, like I don't know how it's getting up there. I've even tried trying to do it very lightly and then fanning it. But as far as the waterproof claims go, yes, 100%, these are super, super waterproof. So if you can find a way to not get this like all over my lid, because I do makeup looks like this, I don't want mascara to be all over my lid when I'm done with my eyeshadow. So if you can find a way to not get this type of mascara on your lid, I'm down for it. Until now, I have not found a solution. It's just, at this point, it's just too much work. Like I just want a regular mascara that I could just pop on and just go. So these are gonna be given away as well. Eyeliner. This is the Kimchi Chic Felt Tip Brush Eyeliner. I gotta say, probably one of the worst eyeliners I have ever used in my life. It is not good. It dries out through, like it just dries out and you have to keep going back in. I don't know if anybody else had that experience with this liner, but I've used this like twice. I opened it since, but now the eyeliner's just dried up. I'm gonna dump this one. This one was definitely not worth it, and there's drugstore ones that are better. We're gonna go to brows really quickly. I have this Rare Beauty, the Brow Harmony. This one's in soft black. I got this because I really like the concept of like a dual eyebrow pencil on the other side, and then it actually has like a brow tint on the other side, that I actually don't really enjoy brow pencils that have this shape, triangle almost. It doesn't fit for the eyebrow shape that I like to do. I kind of have to work with the shape. I did use pretty much all of it. So I do like the idea of like a dual end though, and then having a little brow tint. I liked it. I just wouldn't do like this type of shape anymore, but I can see a lot of people using this, especially people who have thicker brows. These, All right, I was so excited for these. I even made a video when I got these. These are from the LA Girl. They're Shockwave neon liners. I love like crayon pencils. It makes me feel like a very like childlike. That was just not the case with these after like second, third use. It dried out so quickly. I think this is already dry. Like this is me like pressing extremely hard into my hand. I can't put that much pressure on my eye area. I was so upset because they're such pretty colors. I thought I was gonna use these for a while. The pigment just wasn't there. I even tried like warming it up on my hand. It was just so hard to get the color off. And again, I'm not gonna like press and put so much pressure on my eyes to try to get the color out. So these were pretty disappointing. I did love how they first looked. Other than that, I think I'm gonna dump them. I don't think formula lasts long at all. Next, we have these like kind of like these brush-on glitters. It's from the brand called Peri Peri. I got it from a K-beauty store in the city. And I actually really like these. They were very subtle glitters. Very kind of, look how pretty that is. Like these really chunky glitters in it as well. I really, really love them. I'm dumping these because they're finished, basically. These are like what's stuck to the sides, but it's kind of hard to get it with a brush. I wish it wasn't a brush on actually. I wish it was like in another form. I mean, I can appreciate how easy the brush is, you know. I feel like when it starts getting low, you get the product down here because the brush is like kind of short. It doesn't go all the way. I think I might buy a couple more. I'll see if they have other ones that like are not maybe a brush on version. It saddens me to give these all away because I actually just bought these. Some of these I haven't even used. These are all of my Glisten Cosmetics split liners that I use for like graphic liner. Part of it is me because I chose colors that are not gonna show up on my skin tone the way I thought it was. Like these two colors, this is like a light orange and this is a light blue. I'm gonna test it out and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. All right, let's try this color. This is like a light orange. And so this is the light orange, the light blue. Let's watch a little bit more. This is Vintage Rose, in between like a gray and purple. It's down here. Let's do this green color. It's like a mint. It's called Leaf. Up close, you could probably see a tinge of each color. So you could see a little bit maybe of that orange up here, a little bit of that blue. From far away, you can't really tell what color is what. They all look the same. You're not gonna know the difference. For that reason, I'm going to be giving these away and it's just gonna be nice because these are like pretty much brand new. I just showed you 4, but I really have 8 colors in total that are pretty much the same thing. That was my lesson, to start getting colors more like these. I know this is like very messy, but it is very well loved by me. That's why it's so messy. Next, I actually used this in my last video. And I told you guys not to ask me how long I had this eyeshadow, mostly because I was ashamed. This time, I need to throw this out. This is my single shadow from MAC. This is Saddle by MAC. If you know, you know. I actually haven't hit pan on this. I don't know how. I use this all the time, but I think I'm going to retire this. It is a lovely brown, probably one of my favorite browns, but a lot of my palettes have browns. So I don't think I need this anymore. I just miss MAC Cosmetics. I think MAC is gonna have a really big year. So I'm excited to see what MAC does this year in 2025, but I think I need to let go of some old MAC products. I am deciding though if I wanna buy like a couple of MAC nude lipsticks. I feel like the nudes are coming back like really big and better. Eyeshadow palettes. First is gonna be this Tom Ford Quad. This is the eye color quad. It's in 12 Seductive Rose. You guys know how my makeup looks are by now. You guys know that I love very out of the box creative makeup. I kind of get the color story, even though it's 4 shades. Like, I just don't see myself picking this up ever. I have shades like this in my bigger makeup palettes. Maybe that's one thing I should mention first before I go through all of these eyeshadow palettes is that this year I want to invest in bigger eyeshadow palettes that match my makeup style better. You could see why I kind of want to give this away because this is just not my style of makeup anymore. I'm going to give this away because I know that Tom Ford is not cheap. I know that other people that are getting into makeup that I know will absolutely want to try this and have this, and maybe it'll be helpful for them. Same thing with this Bobbi Brown Hot News palette. I will however say that I liked this really like dark brown black. It was like a true dark brown black. Like I feel like that's hard to come across sometimes. But other than that, I will not use this color. I mean, this is pretty much untouched. I think I used this once, but like these colors don't really work for me. This one doesn't work for me either. It just doesn't show up on my skin tone. So this is also being given away by someone who wears and enjoys a smokier eye. This one's a quad, but it's different because it's just all shimmers, no mattes. I actually enjoy this palette. Just like swatching 3 of these, look at that. I don't see myself using these or picking these up, but I will say I do like the formula and I do like it for like a very quick on the go if you want to kind of throw this in your bag if you need to do your makeup. So I've never heard of this brand. It's Believe Beauty. I just don't think I'll ever touch this palette this year. So this is gonna go to someone else who will love shimmers. I bought this. These colors don't really work for me. Like these, like how, I was like, these hearts are so cute. I need to try them. Let me swatch some. I don't actually think I use them at all. Oh, maybe I'll keep them. This one's pretty. I don't have so much on my hand right now. Oh wait, these are actually very pretty. I'm gonna keep these. Congrats, you saved yourself. I think these are gonna be really pretty in the inner corner. I don't have a lot of like inner corner highlight, and I kind of use the same ones, so maybe I can start incorporating these, especially on the brow bone area as well. See, this is good. This is why we're going through our makeup. See, this is, you never know. It's by the brand Colorgram. I also believe I got this at the K-Beauty store. They have really cute packaging. This is why I'm a sucker. Okay, now for my larger eyeshadow slash other palettes. These. I don't know why I bought these. Pretty much because these looked gorgeous when I walked by them. They were literally $5. And I thought they were eyeshadow palettes when I realized that these are actually body glitter palettes. So basically when you go through them, it's like cream based. There's like a cream underneath and just there's glitter on the top. But like, I don't think I'll ever use this on my body either. It's pretty, don't get me wrong. I just don't think I'll ever use it. I am finally giving up my Kimchi Chic Mango Tango palette. I think I've had this for 2 years now, and I actually have not hit pan on this. I actually really liked this. I think over time, I started kind of falling out of love with it. So like these colors here, like the red, this pink, really, really pretty colors, very pigmented. The lighter colors, you know, they were a little bit more tough to work with. Issue with these is how chalky they are. This is why like wear tests and how makeup performs over time is really important. Like it just kind of turned out to be like a very dusty, chalky, ashy type of look on me, which I didn't like. This is what the pink looks like. This is like a deeper colored pink. And now I'm ruining my eye look, but I'm just gonna use like a lighter color. I'm gonna show you guys. You could just kind of see how then it just clings to my eyelids really weird as well. It just doesn't hit the same anymore, you know? The Moira You're Very Cute palette, I bought this forever ago. It's obviously based on blueberries, so we have like a very blueberry-esque color story. I actually love this color. Wow. And that is the only color I use from this palette. I have not used any of these. I just feel like maybe these two, which is surprising because I don't think I've ever touched these two shimmers. I'm gonna pop this one out and probably this one. Just keep it in like a separate magnetic eyeshadow palette that I have. And I'm probably gonna give away the rest of this palette. And finally, we are up to lipsticks, lip glosses. This one's gonna be quick. I'm gonna do like a speed round. All right, this is the Maybelline Superstay Ink. I am embarrassed to say how long I've had these, so I'm not going to tell you. But I have not touched these in a really long time. These are colors that I don't really wear now. Orangey tone type of colors, which I definitely don't gravitate towards. I will say I still love the smell of them. I have this one. This one's in Fighter. I don't think I've actually used this one. Let's see. Oh, I love the Superstay matte inks, by the way. They hold up so well. So if you're into like a matte lip still, those are the ones you need to get. This is also Maybelline, the Vinyl Ink collection. Here is what this color looks like, very similar to the one I have on now. For me, I love like glossy lips now, believe it or not, even though I have this dry ass matte lip on my lips. I am finally gonna dump my Nature Republic. These are the Rose Tint Mousses. I always get this wrong. These are the softest lip glosses I've ever had in my life. Lip glosses, actually, they're like mattes, but look, you could just see. I love a mousse texture. That was one of my favorite reds ever. This color has my heart. Like, it has a little bit of like a corally, peachy undertone to it. You can also use these as blushes as well. The reason I'm getting rid of these is because they are just so old. Look how pretty all three of these are. I'm sad to actually throw these out, but I have new ones, the Light on Velvet lip tints that they gifted me. Thank you, Nature Republic. These I think I'm gonna give away. This one's by Moira Cosmetics. I thought this would be like a golden glittery topper, and if you look closely, it kind of looks like there's a little bit of glitter in there. It's just a, oh, I have no more space. It's just a regular clear gloss, like nothing really. It's slightly glittery, but You barely see it on the lips. It's good for like an everyday gloss if you just need some moisturization. I'm gonna give this one away because I don't really need something like this now. Then a pH lip gloss. Look, I think when these first came out, we were all like, wow, this is so cool. Once you have one pH product, you have them all. I'm not really like a fan of the pH stuff, so that's why I'm kind of giving this one away, or I think maybe I'll dump this one. I think maybe for someone who likes like an everyday makeup look, something very quick, easy, then I totally see you having this in your bag or in your makeup collection. But for me, I'm always switching and changing colors in my makeup. Okay, this one hurts. This is one of my favorite red lipsticks ever. This is the Fenty Beauty Lip Stunna Paint. It's extremely old, it's so watery now. It has such a cool brush. Just look at this red though. I'm gonna compare it to this red. Just like, if you want a red to stand out, this is the one. Dries down matte, stays forever. The lasting power on this is serious. This color is an uncensored. Like I said, this is super old. I may buy a new one, but then part of me also wants to try other like red lipsticks. I always gravitate towards like a really bright red, but I really want like a brick red or like a burgundy red. I think Fenty Beauty has a lot of like the wine colored ones that I'm looking for, so. And finally, I'm actually going to get rid of this one, the Marshmallow Butter Lippy. I've had this for a long time. Kind of dirty now, it has all my lipstick on it. I think I need something that's a little bit more pink. So I wanted to use this more in the middle of my lips. You know, I really like those baby doll kind of nude type of lipsticks. So you could see, I wanted it for something like this. I feel like, you know, I could blend this in. This is not really what I'm looking for. And this is a very matte lipstick. It has a very matte formula, so it is drying. So I would put a gloss over this. This was in Cafe Au Lait. I think this would be better for like, I will say though, I really like the packaging. You kind of just, isn't this pretty? I don't think I'll buy another matte lipstick. I think I'm gonna explore more of their lip glosses. So if they have like a pinky version, which I think they do, I'm definitely gonna try that one out. But for this specific lipstick, I feel like it's just like not for me. I don't think I'm gonna give this to anyone. I think it's pretty dirty, actually. And that is it. Wow, this bag is huge. I love how my makeup look completely changed at the end of the video. But that is it. I feel so much lighter already. Bringing in the new year with very clear, intentional energy, making room for new things, for new opportunities, for new choices. Every year I learn more and more about my makeup style. It helps me shop and spend my money on things that I actually want and like. So yeah, I definitely recommend doing a declutter session. It really does make me feel better to know that all of these things are going to be given away to people who will actually use them. Let me know if you tried these products down below, how you liked it, how you rate it. I'm really interested to hear your thoughts. I really, really hope to see you in the next video.